It's Astrology Roast. I think it needs to sound like a shitty intro, like a funny shitty intro.
Hi everyone and welcome back to Astrology Roast. My name's Karen.
My name is Etai.
And we are back for another jam-packed episode of Astrology Roast. Now Etai, a little while ago you were teasing our tribe of fans about your Aquarius dad, and I believe there's been some exciting transpirings that have occurred.
You can call it exciting, you can call it scary, you can call it a lot of things. Maybe I'll just share the news and people can DM us what the appropriate title for this news is. So, yeah, my dad has been a big topic of our podcast. Keep referencing to him as daddy issues, as in my Aquarius dad. But there is something that growing up with an Aquarius dad, some things never change. Like, do I know my dad? And that's, feel free as well to tell us about your crazy dads. And we'll be sharing those stories on our podcast. I will share with you one story that I think represents everything that I say every time I talk about my dad. So, 3 years ago, my parents got divorced. Maybe it was even 2 years ago. And I know it's not cool anymore. I know all the cool people, their parents got divorced in the 90s. And now it's just whatever. And you're 30 and who cares? And I'm never going to get that, 2 birthday parties or 2 rooms.
2 bar mitzvahs.
2 Christmas parties. I'm never going to get those because I'm 30 and they don't do these things for me anymore. But I was also in a way... So my dad is Aquarius, my mom is a Capricorn, and in Judaism, the ceremony of the divorce, I don't think I told this on the podcast, but the ceremony of the divorce is kind of not the most pleasant ceremony for the woman. And my mom being the strong, independent Capricorn that she is, I happened to be in Israel when they got divorced, and I was at the house, and she came back from the ceremony. And I'm telling this story just to give you a bit of context before I get into the real news. And my mom came into the house and she was like, yeah, I just got divorced. And her first thing was I have to play you the recording. She recorded the whole ceremony.
She's very tech savvy, your mum. She's even on Instagram. Yeah. She's on Facebook.
Yeah, she puts
She's you with a wig.
She replies.
She's you with the wig.
She is. She replies to every story that I put up. She sends me a love heart, no matter what it is. It's my lunch, it's my coffee, it's me.
Do you think she was born in the wrong time?
Yeah,
she's a woman of 2015.
She's a millennial. Now, she comes to the house, she takes her phone out, she recorded the whole ceremony on her voice notes, and she plays that to me, how my dad is saying exiled to her. And then she says, excuse me, I would like to say something for the record. This is not a one-sided divorce. I also exile him. Even though in Judaism, just the man needs to say that you're exiled. It was very important to her.
So when she was saying for the record, was she referring to the fact that she was recording, or was it for the rabbis, the 3 rabbis that were in the room?
She was for the record. It's also on record. And the rabbi, which was probably a heartless Capricorn just as her, was like, lady, I agree with you. It is a 2-side thing, but you decided to get married through Judaism, and you're also getting a divorce through Judaism. So kind of
pipe down,
eat your own dish and shut it.
Is there any kind of connections between the fact that Britney Spears has a documentary called Off the Record?
Well, Britney has a documentary called For the Record.
For the Record, okay.
Yeah. And I feel like there's a lot of similarities in that. Anyway, so got divorced. Ever since they got divorced, they became best friends now that they don't need to actually have any responsibility towards each other. Anyway, me and my dad talk approximately once every 3 months, you can say. A month ago, he calls me and he says, we're having a chat about the day and whatever. And then maybe 10 minutes into the conversation, he says, yeah, so I might be getting engaged. I'm like, oh, I didn't know you were dating anyone. What? And he says, yeah, I've been seeing this woman for 6 months now.
6 months?
6 months my dad has been dating someone. We have been talking during those 6 months, probably twice, never mentioned it. So he says, I might be getting engaged. Cool. Had a chat. I'm like, does anyone know? No, I just wanted to tell you. So I'm the one of 5 in my family, including him and my mom. Sorry, one of 6. And I was the only one that knew. Fast forward to 2 days ago. Actually, no, to yesterday. My dad never mentioned it again. I get a screenshot from my mom. I get on my WhatsApp a screenshot that my mom sent me of that woman's Facebook. So my mom found out, stalked this woman, which I also did.
Oh, I'm so happy that other people do this stuff as well.
Everyone does that. So my mom sent me a screenshot of that woman's Facebook that she posted a picture of them getting engaged. So my dad's engaged. He's been engaged for like a week now. He didn't tell me. He told me he might get engaged. And and apparently, so I stalked this woman as well. So she has 8 kids. So I'm going to have 8 new half brothers and sisters.
Oh my God.
These 8 kids have like 50 kids themselves. I also have 50 more cousins, add up to my first 54 cousins that I have from my own family.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my
Sorry,
God.
not even cousins. Those will be my nephews and nieces.
That's insanity. And as you were saying, because this divorce and your dad's remarriage has happened later in life, you don't even get to, slam the door and scream at this woman, "You're not my real mom," and
Exactly.
get those extra gifts or compete for their affection with the 54 other cousins and nephews you have. Like, it's just no one cares how you feel about it.
No one cares. Like, if I slam the door and run into my room and go under the sheets and listen to Every Time by Britney and cry, like every time I try to fly, I fall because my dad's getting married. Like, no one would care.
Wow, but this is, as you've described your dad as the true Aquarius, the true air sign, shady, multiple past lives that you don't know about. So I feel like this is so in character, but it's still a shock.
So in character. And also it's interesting because obviously the first question I asked my dad when he told me that he's getting married, I was like, what's this woman's star sign? And he didn't even know. He was like, actually, we haven't dated enough for me to go to her birthday. Because and then I found out she's a Capricorn, just like my mom.
Oh, your poor mother.
So I guess daddy and mommy issues are big things in my family. Like my dad also is a Capricorn serial dater. So mazel tov to my dad.
Yeah, mazel tov.
I still haven't said that to him, to his face or on the phone.
Because he hasn't told you in person yet?
Yeah,
or?
so my dad still hasn't told me that he's getting married. My mom told me.
Through a screenshot.
He also
of
didn't
the new woman.
Yeah, he didn't tell her. She found out and she started her stalking spiral.
Oh my God, I need to chat with your mum one day about stalking. Because it sounds like she's got a couple of tips for me to learn about how to do it.
She knows it. She screenshots, she sends it. I just hope she doesn't post it on Facebook by accident or something.
Oh my God. Wow. So you're really walking into a real vortex at the moment when you're returning to Israel and to your new family. But mazel tov.
Mazel tov.
From everyone and from myself. I think that's really exciting.
And happy Hanukkah and Merry Christmas to everyone.
Now, for anyone out there that's got Spotify, you might have noticed that Spotify is letting everyone know what their listening habits have been for the past year. And of course, Spotify is as obsessed with astrology as we are. So they let you know the artist that you've listened to or the most star sign that you've... Wait, that makes no sense. But the star sign that you've most listened to throughout the year. Now, Etai, what was the one that you... I was very shocked with mine, but...
Oh my God. It's actually funny because we both have really strong reactions to the star signs that we ended up listening to the most. So mine was Cancer. And it was basically Ariana Grande because 3 songs of my top 5 songs are Ariana Grande songs. And I spent 33 hours listening to her this year. She's, what can I say? I guess everything I don't have, Cancerians have. Emotional immersion and being in your feels at all times is something that I rarely experience because of my Virgo moon. And
Your Aquarius dad and your Virgo moon is the explanation that you have for all of your psychopathology.
I feel like maybe I'm like one of these robots that one day I will be activated. I just... No emotions. It's really funny and sad.
Oh, you have some emotions. I've seen them.
They're buried.
Wow.
What's yours? What was your...
So mine, which I was so surprised at, was Leo. So apparently I listened to artists that are Leos the most. So that was Whitney Houston, may she rest in peace. Really, really into her song $1 Million Bill.
That was your most listened.
That was one of yeah. And I realized that for me, like when I fall in love, like it'll be someone that makes me feel like $1 million bill, which is Whitney Houston's lyric from that song. I think that's a great way to have yourself feeling from your partner. Also Jennifer Lopez, who I've just, all of her kind of Spanish songs. I have often said that Jennifer Lopez, look, she's not the best singer, but she's way better when she speaks in Spanish than when she speaks in English. I don't know why. But Amor, 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 Nutio, On the Floor, obviously. And also, may we not forget this important Leo celebrity, Demi Lovato, who I've got a lot to say about, but she also has helped me feel a lot of things that I can't feel. So I'm wondering if, how you were saying water signs or Cancerians, it's the part of yourself that you can't access. So maybe I have this Leo component that I can't access. So I want to be in the front, giving zero fucks and just making it all about me. Maybe that's
true.
Why I loved Leo so much, musically.
When you said that you want to be like $1 million bill, I had this image of like this bill like flying around the wind. Like it's a crazy Gemini energy. Like I want someone who makes me like $1 million bill, but I still want to be like
I fly
around and someone's just chasing
and
that
then I
million.
land in someone's pocket that's never had money in their life, and then it becomes a TV show about wealth, rags to riches.
That's the Leo.
Anyway.
That's the Leo talking.
Wow. So, and what was your most listened to song?
What was my most listened to song? Yeah, it was actually...
Surprised it's not Ben by Michael Jackson. That was on repeat for a while.
Ben by Michael Jackson was definitely on my top 100, as well as Only Hope by Mandy Moore, which is the song from A Walk to Remember.
Okay.
It's like, it was interesting to see that, it's 2018 and still... in my top 100 are songs that I was listening to when I was literally 13.
I was really surprised that in addition to Whitney Houston, one of my top songs was Sarit Haddad, who is a famous Israeli gay icon singer who never came out of the closet but is rumoured to be gay. But I was so surprised because there's one song by her that I listen to on repeat all the time. Like, what am I chanting? Is she a Leo too? I don't know. Lama Lee, like, why me? It's the ultimate victim song. So maybe she's a Cancerian. I don't know.
I don't know. But yeah, I love those Spotify end of the year playlists. They usually are not very surprising, but that astrology element that they added, I really was happy to see. And also, it kind of like, I love it that astrology is becoming such a big part in pop culture, and I love it. Everyone's talking about it. And now when I'm at the parties and everyone's like, do my chart.
Yeah, it's your party trick.
Exactly. Also this week, one of my friends from Israel messaged me just 2 messages, and it was, my new boss is a Gemini. Am I fucked? ?
Seriously.
And my response was, just find her date of birth, find her time of birth, and we're going to find all of her weaknesses.
Oh my God, it's so intense. I was chatting to a Gemini at my friend's Hanukkah party the other night, and this guy literally said halfway through this discussion with 3 people, I'm sorry, I just got so distracted and lost track of what were you saying? Like, what are you talking about again? I was like, wow, is this what it's like to talk to me? Because I find Geminis very exhausting. Like, there's a lot, it's too much.
You know what?
As a boss, like, how do you get anything done? Like, do they rock up to work? Like,
I wouldn't know. You know that I just discovered that Tupac and Paul McCartney...
Who's still alive.
Well, they're both Geminis.
They're both still alive.
And they're both still alive, or are they?
I think Paul McCartney's probably a lobster person.
Yeah, and it reminds me one of the memes. So if you didn't check out our Instagram, go check out our Instagram. It's really fun.
How many followers are we on at the moment? I've got to give full credit, Etai, to you. You're the Instagram queen. Like, you make it amazing.
I just love it. And we're about to hit 30,000 followers.
Wow.
So if you're not following, come be our 30,000th or whatever you say.
And of all those people, like, not that many wanted stickers. I was still surprised when we were offering people free stickers.
Karen, why? We sent like tens and dozens of stickers.
Yeah, but not thousands upon thousands.
Not thousands.
I've got time. I want to do that.
Yeah, well, if you want stickers, message us.
Yeah.
But it reminded me one of the first memes that I made before even there was any followers, when there was like 10 followers, and it says, there's like a picture, it says, just tell them you don't want to be in the book club. And then there's a picture, I think, of Mindy from the Mindy Project in